Hey, what's up? I decided to stream after all. I decided I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling decent. After I took a nap and like watched a movie with my pupper and stuff. So yeah, I was like, why not? I haven't played Pathfinder in a while, so I might as well, you know? I don't know how much we'll try and do in character voices when I have to read dialogue and read it straight, because my throat is feeling kinda and trying to do voices is kind of hard on the throat, but we'll see. We'll see what I feel like. And I also don't know how long I'll stream for, but we'll play it all by ear. But yeah, we're just gonna do more Wrath of the Righteous. We must have finished off, having just wrapped up at the Tiefling's hideout. We are still very early in the game. It's been like 3 weeks since we played this, because every time I thought I was gonna come back and play it again, we've ended up having something come up with like
might be trap, might be treasure.
Hey, did I good call? We'll just find the trap.
This is my kind of work.
I've had friends like be like, hey, do you want to do this? Or hey, I'm doing this with so and so. I've felt sick, or there's been this or that going on. So yeah. But you know, it is what it is. It is. Not where we not concerned. We are back now, and we are ready to go. Stickers kit. Bye, share. If where would I put it? So I have to put it down there somewhere. Darling, take that off this kit. I love you. So, some. Why is this all red? Oh, you're fatigued. You're fatigued. Everybody here is fatigued. Perhaps we should rest. We cannot rest here. Cannot camp in the things hideout, even though there's nobody here. But wait. You missed one thing. You missed one thing full of magical components. You can never miss anything. You must loot all. We did that. Yeah, let's go back to the Defender's Heart and talk to Woljeff there to progress his quest, and then we can also rest there and in their beds and stuff, and it'll be nice. Get a fuller rest, a fuller sleep time. Are you, old chief? So you hide at... Oh, in the kitchen. Good place.
Psst, look, Chief, I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
Old Chief comes closer and looks around quickly to make sure no one is eavesdropping. He makes a subtle gesture and an amulet on a chain appears in his hand. A silver amulet in the shape of a waning moon, dark crystal in the middle. Move the abyss. Did you really have this amulet, the amulet, this whole
Since
time?
that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing
Chief
with the
grins,
golem,
please.
I sneaked past them, and that was that.
You've been searched by guards. How did you manage to hide the amulet?
Thieves have their ways.
Put it up his butt. He put it up his asshole. I know that's what he's talking about. Remind me, why is this item
Do you
so
really
important?
not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop. It's the
Fileman.
pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin.
Why did you steal the Moon of the Abyss? You wouldn't have been able to sell an item so rare anyway.
Why, she asks. It's expensive, pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather.
Ah,
He said the moon was
he's
to be
a
passed
demon
down. My mom was
born
good for nothing and
tiefling
nobody. So that's
bastard.
why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up.
So that is something in Pathfinder and in D&D that, lore-wise, a lot of people don't think about or realize. Because most people would think about tieflings as being devilkin, the descendants of devils or direct offspring of devils. But technically, within the lore of D&D and by extension Pathfinder, since it is an offshoot of D&D 3.5, they are also able to be descendants or children of a human and a demon from the abyss. Just fun fact.
But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders.
Which additionally to that, even though he's pictured here as a pretty standard tiefling, and I'm also pictured as a pretty standard tiefling, and typically in these games they don't really give you options to make your tiefling look in a way that isn't the standard. They're the reason why they're associated with devils a lot is because they have this typical look that is associated with the devils in D&D and Pathfinder and other tabletop RPGs. But they are able to have a physical appearance that it mixes like human characteristics with traits of any of the sort of demonic any of the like demons from the abyss, that the high-ranking demons that would probably be making that sort of a relationship or contract with a human. So yeah. But it's definitely why he has that shadow. Probably has a shadow demon in his line of descent.
I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garen. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
Okay, so now here is where I don't agree with necessarily, because this is labeled as an evil choice. I think it's more of a chaotic choice, personally. I don't want to make it... Well, I could probably make one evil choice, right? Like, the good choice is like, oh, you deceived people who considered you a friend. That's not the way you treat your friends. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But, like, how close did he really consider himself to the rest of the people? Because I don't get the sense that he considered himself that close to them. The lawful is atone for your crimes by serving the Crusade, which is, like, intense. Don't want to do that. We're not going for a lawful aligned mythic path anyway. The evil one is you did the right thing by not giving away the amulet. Stealing from thieves isn't stealing, you have to put yourself first. Which is kind of like... I don't think it's fully evil, because it has like some... like in a fantasy setting has some moral like support to it, and like especially in the context of his story, where it's like, okay, so this was a thing where it was a thing that belonged to his grandmother. She pawned it off to filemen for more drink, and so he just wanted to steal it back before he bounced from the city. So I think I'm maybe more even inclined to just go shrug. It's your business, not mine.
Allies, friends, it's all a load of crap. Life brings us together, forces us to make plans, do whatever it is we do, but it's a safe bet that this ain't forever. I might be a traitor, but the others, are they any better than me? Melround had a good reputation in the family. He was trusted, and you see what happened.
Bad and evil
if you
and
abide
shit.
by the law, anyone can rob you. So you need to break the law first when no one expects it,
smell my mom.
and run before you go soft and get too attached.
Preparing our dinner. Getting it on to cook. And so good. But I think all I'm smelling is really just onion powder.
Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief. I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family. And I mean, we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables.
Yeah, but the city's also, like, torn to shit. Making sure no one is going to take the amulet from him, Woljip hides it under his shirt and folds his arms on his chest.
So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Morosia. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
So we got a portal to the black market in the capital. Nice. Nice. Now, that should be helpful. Okay. Let's go take a nap. Because we need to get rid of our studies. Move aside. Driving. Ideally, it would be you as well, but I don't even have stuff to scribe or scroll, so never mind. Let's just take a nap, get some done, some shit did. Continue, please. It's weird to me, and I don't know why they did this, but they did the thing where, I don't know why I said the thing, but like it's a thing that a bunch of other games do. I mean, some other games do it, but like this do it, but not like a ton of them that I know of. But I don't know why they did this where, like, when you rest like that, some of the little conversations your party will have in, like, in camp or in tavern are like voiced, and others are entirely unvoiced, and it's like, I don't know why you made this choice. Okay, I think it's time to go to the library to get the storyteller. Gotta stop by the hanged cultist. Lost bag? Good golly gosh. It's our fucking day. To the library. Rendelev, the guardian of Nabril. I've been going a little bit nuts lately about, I've been seeing some posts Reddit posts and posts on other websites and stuff pop up on my feeds on various socials lately. Where people are bringing up like comparisons of the way Beauregard in the Mighty Nine looks to like Korra in The Legend of Korra or Sokka in Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm like, y'all do realize it's the same studio that animated those shows that is animating the Mighty Nine, right? Also, I don't think that there isn't any inspiration from like particularly Korra on Beauregard's design. I mean, part of it is based on Marisha's own disdain for sleeves, but it's just like, why are we making this why is this a question? But why is my model so jerky today? Trendalev, the Guardian of Canopus. Canopus has had no shortage of prominent figures, both those who have long passed away and those who still reside within the city walls. But it's safe to say that the greatest guardian there ever was, is, and will be, is the silver dragon Trendalev. Among metallic dragons, the silver kind in particular has high moral standards, although like most of their kin, they often remain indifferent to matters concerning mere mortals. They find it unbearable to watch impassively as injustice and crime are committed with impunity. Gazing upon Galarian from above, Trendalev has seen her share of injustice and violence, but no tragedy disturbed her peace more than Mendev's war against the Whirlwind. Drawn into action by her curiosity and her interest in the Crusaders that paid for others' peace with their own blood, Trendalev swooped down from the mountains and walked among the humans, taking on their form. This world must have felt so odd to her, so different from her own. Luckily for her, Trendalev was not the only dragon living among mortals, and the wise gold dragon Halaseliax, I'm gonna say is how we pronounce that, became a mentor for Trendalev and her sworn brother Sevalros, who later mysteriously disappeared from history and human memory. During her life amidst mortals, Trendalev performed many heroic deeds. She fought terrifying abyssal spawn, kept Canobras safe from enemy onslaught, and personally saved crusaders in need. In one such excursion, she herself fell victim to demonic taint. Onlookers reported that her shining silvery armor darkened, her eyes clouded, and her speech and movements became ruthless and crude. But so great were her spirit and determination that she achieved the impossible. She overcame the seed of evil planted in her very heart and returned to good once more. Today, Trendalev is the living symbol of resilience and stalwartness of Canobras, which serves as a stronghold for Crusaders and humanity's bastion in the war against the demon threat. Well, until very recently, she was the living embodiment of such. Well, that's not normal. I don't think the statues are supposed to come to life. Ah, don't worry about it bringing the building down on us. Probably won't read books that aren't like super lore important. Like if they don't have a golden thing around them, which typically notes them being some sort of quest item, I won't read them. If I stop and read every book and letter and thing that we find, that'll be all I do is read the books and notes and letters. In the knowledge of the best place to observe the effects of extraplanar energy entering our world is the region formerly known as Sarkoris, I immediately set off for the desolate land. Upon arriving in Mendev and making inquiries to find a guide who would agree to escort me to the lands bordering the world wound, I came up against an unexpected impediment. The local rangers and guides categorically refused to help me. Desna, however, smiled upon me and led me to a local hunter. After 3 tankards of grog, he agreed to go with me to the world wound and show me the area. By the time he had sobered up, it was already too late to reconsider. We had passed the last cordons and had plunged deep into the forests of Sarkoris. Even thousands of miles away from the planar rift itself, an attentive observer can discern the anomalies brought about by the world wound. Insignificant differences that become more and more pronounced the closer one gets. The first thing that struck me were the unnatural trees that looked as though they had all been sketched from a single exemplar. Then the quality of the air changed. It tasted different with every inhale, from sulfur to caramel, from acrid salt to spoiled herring. According to the almanacs I had consulted on my journey to Mendev, one of the first signs of the world wound's creation was towers of black smoke billowing up from the rift. The terrifying sight above the southern steppe and the tales of my guide confirmed that the effusions of ash and poisonous fumes continued to this day, although I did not expect the air there to taste like one was standing between a confectioner's and a crematorium. As we journeyed on, we encountered the remains of dead livestock, dogs, and even people. Some skeletons bore the marks of demons' claws, while others had clearly expired of rather more original causes. We even came across 2 perfectly mummified corpses that looked as though they had turned to stone. Skirting around a sparse and foreboding forest, we came upon a plain that was bisected by a series of unnaturally uniform hills. I would have been only too happy to study said phenomenon, but alas, after several paces, my guide was hoisted up into the air and quite literally turned inside out. After shedding my blood-soaked frock coat and the encumbrance of my souvenirs collected along the way, I hastily withdrew. So you got a hunter killed. And for what? Identified padded armor. Padded armor of focus. Padded armor grants the wearer +2 bonus on concentration check. That's good. Spit. Boy. Like, speed a bit, but it wouldn't make my Also, I just get spell abilities. I don't know. That on.
I know. Let's sell this.
No, how about you?
You're giving
wear
me this because
I
I
want you
know.
to put it on
Let's
your
sell this.
body. Why won't you wear it? Well, oh, you can't equip it. That would be a good reason, I suppose. Let's keep it. Nah. Well, maybe we'll just keep it for now. Okay, let's go see what's going on over here. Well, we're burning people alive, so that's not good. Generally, a thing bad people do. Just gotta say. Stocky Knight with a head of messy black hair stands before you. His armor is spattered with blood. He greets you with a deep, booming voice. The hefty crusader smiles merrily, paying no heed to the blood-curdling shrieks coming from the pyre and the acrid smell of burning flesh. They burn well enough, don't they? First traitors, Aurilu's minions, these vermin infiltrated the crusader forces and aided the demons from inside the city. But I caught them! I am Captain Caleb Sazamal, and these men are my subordinates. The knight's left eye is twitching suspiciously. It's either a nervous tick, or he's winking at you. What could that even mean? A strange feeling rises up within you. It is pure instinct. You don't know what you're about to do, but you are certain that it is right. Dun dun dun. Now, I mean, we're not gonna go for the trickster path, but also, our path does like chaotic choices. Chaotic choices do be good. So, put out those flames. I order you in the name of Baphomet. The words fly out of your mouth before you can even think them. Some gut instinct told you that this is precisely what needs to be said in this moment. And the words hit their target. The Crusaders jump in surprise and look at each other in terror. Woljev glares menacingly at Caleb. Didn't you know, mortal? We're everywhere. Ma'am, we didn't know you were one of us. You were to put out the flames. Cuffing his lackeys around the head, Caleb herds them straight toward the fire. All three of them start trying to fight the flames, showing no concern for their own safety. An inexplicable feeling of rightness flows through you. You enjoy seeing the look of oafish terror on the faces of the Crusader and his lackeys when you rebuke them for their fecklessness. Ba, 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 ba. Quickly, you worms. If you keep dawdling, I'll throw you into the furnace at the Grey Garrison. Caleb grunts in wordless terror and desperately fights the flames. Every so often, he sends murderous looks at you. That's supposed to be his associates, whom he has clearly already condemned to death. You blithering idiots! You cack-handed dimwits! You empty suits of armor! You watch in satisfaction as Caleb and his two lackeys rush to put out the alchemist's fire. Their armor becomes covered in soot, and welts rise on their skin from the flames. Succumbing to another strange oratorial impulse, you chide them along with barked orders and florid big wood. They use big wood hurt brain. They use big word too hard for me understand. Whoever doesn't pull his weight is a dead man. I'll take the other two into Baphomet's forces. Oh, so he just punches his friends? Like, fuck you guys. With a wary look in your direction, Caleb abandons his own attempts to quell the flames and turns his focus to thumping and kicking his subordinates to hurry them along. The method proves surprisingly effective, and the flames begin to dwindle. Listen to your gut. Stop wasting valuable fuel. If you like burning books, go rig the Grey Garrison Library. Our enemies might try to sneak in there. Step to it. There's plenty more where that came from, ma'am. I'll do everything you've ordered, and just as soon as those Crusaders arrive, they'll be dead meat. I'll go make sure that we get make it another 2 barrels of alchemist fire from the Grey Garrison storeroom. Things are going to burn right up in there. So we're gonna have them set up a trap, and then we're gonna tell Curabate about it, right? And then she's gonna be like, ah, yes, now we can use the trap against them. Storyteller. A blind elf stands before you. He looks extremely strange. His face wears its years heavily, which is unusual for members of this race. Thinning gray hair, a ragged beard, sightless, milky eyes, pale, papery skin, covered in age spots, a spine curved by the passage of time. This is not how elves typically age. The youth that graces the faces of elves, even on their deathbed, has totally abandoned this decrepit specimen. That is an elf. The beard. I guess the worst can be found even among the best. Bearded elf. How very intriguing. If you please, would you like to pluck out a hair of that phenomenon manifesting from your chin? In the interest of science, of course. The old elf holds out his hand in your direction, in the perennial gesture of the blind, greeting you with an unexpectedly strong and calm voice. Hello, I am the storyteller, and I wish to thank my rescuers. That is you, if I am not mistaken. Storyteller? Huh, that's the first I've ever heard of a venerable old-timer like that having a street name. How come you didn't burn in the fire? To tell the truth, I myself do not know. I felt the heat. It was so strong. I waited for the pain, for the burning, but I was unscathed. But the smoke nearly did finish me off. It may be some form of magical protection against fire. But I don't know by what means I may have acquired it. Just another oddity for my collection of the inexplicable. Gloom steals across the storyteller's pensive face. There was a griffin statue here. It suddenly came to life and flew away. Do you know anything about it? The griffin stood in this library for decades, but only today did he take flight. Why? I do not know. But I am glad his ancient slumber came to an end. The elf smiles at his thoughts. He has a long story behind him, and yet the real tale is only just beginning today. No, I will not reveal his secrets. I think your paths will cross again, so you can ask him yourself. Who are you? The old elf frowns. I prefer people to call me storyteller. It very accurately describes the sphere of my occupation and interests. In most of the places I have been, I am known by that name. I'm taking you to the defender's hut. Please accept my sincere thanks once again. And if I may, please don't rush. I will struggle to keep up with your young legs. No, I don't want to go back now. I want to pursue the fuckhead. The griffin. The thing we just talked about. Temples of Iomade. Father Lorien's Guide for Neophytes. Traveler, if the road ever takes you to the outskirts of Canabras, do not shy away from taking a few more steps and entertaining the city proper. Apart from the ramparts and the fortifications that stand unshaken, barring the path of humanity's foes and the noble orders that keep their watch against the forces of evil, Canabras holds a treasure of a different sort. In days of old, in the fire and the upheaval of the Second Crusade, it became the site for the first and the most crucial of the wardstones. Sacred obelisks that have the power to avert a demonic scourge, no matter how accursed it may be. No evil creature can pass betwixt two such stones that now stand along the edge of the world and shelter the peace of all Galarian. Even vile demonic magics are powerless against them, for the abyss cannot cross the unseen curtain of the wardstone. Should you arrive at the right time and be virtuous and respectful toward those who guard the wardstone, you shall be granted the great honor of sharing in one of the rituals that support the magical strength of that holiest obelisk. This artifact and the spells invested in it are most sacred, for every wardstone was raised by the Herald of Iomade himself, the closest of her servants, one who is selflessly devout to the Inheritor's cause and the Crusader's great mission. And even if you cannot reach the wardstone, do honor Iomade's splendor in one of Canabras' churches, and pay thus your respects to the humankind's protector and the sacrifices made by the Crusaders for the good of our world. Yeah, do all those things, and maybe, just maybe, I'll give you a little treat.
Pay attention.
Got a body on the floor that has stuff that is stealing. Is it stealing if it's from a body? No. Okay, well now here, well now this one's not marked with, but why would it be? Thing that was interesting. Why would it be in a hidden, like a hiding spot, but also not be important? Probably just extra lore. Shit, but whatever. Without a shadow of a doubt, expecting nothing in return, the life and feats of Lord Axelar Tresbot by Nura Dendawar Nerosian Cruciform Cathedral Publishing House. Frowning, Lord Tresbot made a gesture for his people to halt. Everyone froze. No one dared to disobey his order, even one given with his eyes alone. Lord Tresbot loved to say that he could only win when his whip frightened his soldier more than the demon's claws, and he succeeded like no other in enforcing discipline. The Lord approached what we took for a scarecrow far, left in the middle of the wasteland by an unknown farmer. Pricking it with his sword, the Lord made us a sign to approach. It was the body of a young crusader, a boy not 20 years old, horribly broken, disemboweled, with shards of bone sticking out and shreds of skin dangling in the wind. Horror watched us from the stake, eyes sockets filled with worms. A contemptuous smirk crossed the Lord's face. "Coward," he said through his teeth. From the battle, the demons caught him and he surrendered without a fight. And here are his useless fellows. The Lord kicked an inconspicuous bump under his feet, and it rolled, revealing an open helmet's visor and the greenish-gray mush inside. Swarming with insects, we shivered and looked down, realizing the ground underneath our feet was a mix of shards of metal and pieces of flesh. "Cowards," the Lord said again. "Cowards and weaklings. They were doomed even before they approached the world. They should never have left their comfortable home. What did they achieve? They delivered the demons a hot lunch, that's all. Let's go. Or the slugs waste their useless lives. Someone has to win this ridiculous war." Without turning away or heeding the disgusting crunching sound underneath his feet, he strode forward. We hurried after him, trying not to step on anything that was, until recently, a part of someone's body. Yikes. Arcana check, Arcana
A
check.
failure is just a step to a success.
Well, that's great, Nenio, but that doesn't tell me anything if you fail. Look, okay, we're gonna be doing a lot of reading. I mean, I should have expected it. We came to the library. The keen edge of truth. Recollections and admonitions of an inquisitor of Asmodee. The demon lords whose names are known to mortals number no more than a few dozen. Far more numerous are those who aspire to that rank and their own abyssal realm, but who as yet are unable to make a bid for such power. There are hundreds, possibly thousands, of such demons, but their names are known only to experienced demonologists and to those unhappy fools who decide to sell their souls to the abyss, and fail even to find a worthy patron for their trouble. Time and time again, one of these weaker demons will secure resounding victories, scale the heights, or should that be sink the depths of the demon hierarchy, already fancying themselves a demon lord, when they soon make a misstep and die an inglorious death. The fate of such a demon could serve as a lesson to the rest. But if demons possess the capacity to learn from their own or others' mistakes, would they even be demons? No, a stubborn refusal to learn is one of the major flaws that distinguish the bedlam of the abyss from the well-ordered hierarchy of hell. The demoness is Yagna. She, of the sevenfold swarm, serves as an example of such a fall from disgrace. One of the many daughters of Lamashtu, she possessed 7 bodies, 7 mortal women of the various races of Galari, each with an ant's head, controlled by one hive mind. She commanded various insects, swarming, crawling creatures, with ants her especial preference. The author of these words witnessed the oath of obedience sworn by cultists of Isyagna. With his own eyes, the witless initiate was forced to meditate while sitting atop an anthill. However, the human sacrifices being carried out by this fool's brethren around the little town I was serving in at the time were far from amusing, and required no small effort to destroy the cultists who had been summoning ravenous swarms and spreading madness in the name of their mistress. So, what became of her? What fate befell Isyagna? The particulars are unknown, but consensus holds that the mistress of the crawling swarm ran afoul of the master of the flying swarm, the far more powerful demon lord Discard. Only Lamashtu's intercession saved her daughter from death, but not from abasement and the loss of her powers. Consequently, most of her followers forsook for the cult of the Mother of Beasts. Today, Isyagna is worshipped by a handful of individuals who possess a stubborn predilection for sitting on anthills, and even to them she can grant only minor spells. Okay. Onward. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Magical quarter staff.
This experiment has gone awry.
Enio, what the fuck? We try and ask you to learn things, and all you can do is not pass the checks. It's one simple thing
What's
we
that
ask
there?
you to do. How to make money during a war against demons. What's this person? Oh, staff of coercion. +1 quarter staff that adds a +1 to the DC for all will saving throws against spells located. Why, Nenio, why don't you have that? My mentor and training partners used to feel sorry for me. I had enough power to summon and hold a lesser imp at best. Would you call that real magic? Huh. But there's nothing a smart lad like me can't use to stake out his reputation and make his fortune. There's one particularly nasty sort of demons called Abracandilus. Yes, of course, the Abracandilus. They're made of the souls of vandals and destroyers of art. Oh well, we gotta kill them. We can't have those running around. In demon form, they continue to do the same. When they see beautiful pictures and statues, they fly into a rage and desecrate them. I once overheard a conversation on the street between two art collectors. They couldn't decide whether they should patronize a young and promising artist or a famous maestro whose best days were behind him. So I made them an offer. How about we place the two paintings side by side, and I'll summon an Abracandilu. Whichever painting it attacks first would naturally be the more beautiful. The key was to banish the demon in time before it destroyed the painting. But that wasn't going to be a problem for me. The collectors agreed to run this experiment according to my plan, and thus my legacy began. 3 months later, not a single art event could do without me and my demon servant. We were invited to exhibitions, openings, appraisers, workshops, and auctions. The more the enraged the demon became on seeing another carving or slapdash daub, the higher its price soared, and they paid me well for my appraisal. I often staged artist battles in which the demon would choose which of two paintings it despised most, and the tickets sold like hotcakes. However, there was one unfortunate incident. A gnome and an elf came to me from Absalom, two young, bright-eyed artists. They wanted to enter one of these battles, but they offered peculiar sculptures instead of painting. The gnome had a huge pile of nibbled apples preserved by a spell. The elf had a watering can without any holes, which stood on a cart with one square wheel. This, as they explained to me, was modern art. It was, how did they put it? Unconvented. Or some such thing. They claimed it was popular in Absalom, where the gnome and the elf were very famous, unconventive artists. Well, my job is simple. To display their works. Gather an audience and release my demon from its prison. And that's precisely what I did. But the Abracandilu came out of his cage, looked at the apples and at the watering can with the cart, and then looked at me like I was a complete idiot. Turned around and went back to its cage with an expression of utter disappointment. It was nearly an international scandal. I was so upset that I even returned the money for the appraisal to the gnome in the elf. But it's alright. My business still thrives even without Absalom clientele. Meanwhile, where are my more talented fellow apprentices? Half are still crouched over books learning what they can. The other half went off to those ridiculous crusades and perished. They never considered that demons can be used to make money, and a lot of it. I think I'll soon buy myself a little palace and cover its walls with the works of all the most famous artists. Okay, now that last part seems a little unwise. Seems, maybe, perhaps, just a bit. Kinda dumb. If you ask me,
Move
be like,
out!
I'm going to get a palace, and I'm going to cover it with art from all the most famous artists, and I'm going to do it because I can, and I have a demon that likes to destroy beautiful art, but I can control the demon. Surely it won't go feral if I surround it by too much art. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Ah, Gimel, my man. Show me what you have. Do you want to buy my cookery? Take the little thing about the experiment. I don't know if I want to keep this ring. I'm not sure. I hate descending order. How much would you give me for this padded mail? 1,200. I really do like that +2 bonus on concentration checks, but we gotta hold on to it. It's not that heavy. Like, bonus is kind of chef's kiss. Kind of nice. Now this ring, that'll price up. That will get rid of it. Because, well, even if the +5 circumstance bonus, is good. I can't. Get her dice roll. Okay. Not that great. Like, it's not. I know what I'm trying to say. My brain is just not allowing me to say it. Do you ever have those moments? Do you ever wonder what it would be like to have a brain that doesn't stop you mid-sentence and say, Tell me what I can get using your connection. First staff of slip. +1 quarterstaff that gives a +1 competence bonus to AC. Monster Hunter. Stop. +1 cold iron S-stock. Deals an additional 1d3 positive energy damage. Gnome hooked hammer of discipline. There's some exorbitant prices for something that does, it's a +1 weapon and does 1 additional weapon to creatures of a certain alignment. Whenever this +1 dart is a critical hit on an enemy, the target must make a fortitude saving throw, DC 13, or be poisoned. Poison deals 1d3 constitution damage per round for 3 rounds. Cold iron, star knife +1, baby. You can get a ninja star. The magic missile. It's 18 charges. That for all 3 wands or per one? Per one. The heroism. Okay, one of heroism is actually pretty good. I can't afford it, but it's pretty good. That's pretty dope. Roll of Burning Entanglement. And mostly Bassam Scroll. Bassam motherfucking Scroll. 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 Actions of Blur. Sawtooth Saber. S wielding and +1. Not like particularly useful in any way. water. Just buy all the water. We'll buy this on Crusade. Okay. Now. Let's give ourselves a potion of blood. One of these bigger alchemist fire. We're gonna just see what all we can. Spell book. It'll be a heartburn. What I ate earlier. Oh, I had some breakfast sandwiches that I made. Egg and cheese. Nothing. Oh, it's. Probably won't use it until we get to like the boss and like the big battle at the end of this first chunk of the game. Otherwise, we're kind of wasting the potential. Someone that has rod. None of our people have. That we can probably get hit for somebody. You have a potion of blood. And you can have a potion of blood. So, big boy healing potion. So, actually, I'm taking your shit from you. Oh, good. Oh, wait. Sina. I died. Sina. Roll of prayer. Roll of bless. Okay. We're good. I think we could. The tieflings have all the best things. Really, Wolf, is that so? Yeah. So that rice in descending order. So, thought about telling. Other stuff. Gotta go out and get more shit, I guess. Now, where did that storyteller go? There he is. The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognized your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. Elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. Storyteller's ring. Gain 368 experience. Irabeth has explained to me why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Canabras that the local wardstone had been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Canabras did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside, a vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. Who are you and why did they let you examine the wardstone? The elf smiles faintly. I am the storyteller, just an old elf, and a bit more. I am old even for an elf. I've seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands. Pathfinder Kingmaker. Led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. The storyteller gives me distinct Gandalf vibes. Like, I am just an old wizard. What do you mean? This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of others' squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I had a few friends in Nerosian who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the wardstones was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarm in Canabras. You wield some kind of magic, special magic power, some instinct? The storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent. But it is more of a gift. I can see the past. Stories that have happened. I touch an object and it shreds of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. What blight is concealed in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. I understand the nature of this blight. We need to understand how... to understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the wardstone was created. And it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Minago invaded the city with a crowd of her followers and started to do what demons do best: kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? The locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here, even the terrifying Baelor, Koramzadeh. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted. Was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but Daskari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Canabras. And when the demon lord struck the blow, he weakened the stone. The weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone, and from it, the other stones along the whole perimeter of the world wound. World wound. I have heard you, storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the crop. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the wardstone. As far as I know, there is nothing like it in Canabras, but the demons might have something. I heard the dying roar of Terendelev, the Silver Dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go to where Terendelev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry, I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tell me to point you there. Aha, I already have something from there. Present the purple stone knight. I found it in the square where Terendelev perished. What do you make of it? The storyteller reaches out and says softly, "From here I can feel strange energies emanating from this object. If you don't mind, I will examine it using my method. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions and shreds of their memories. Maybe it'll help us better understand what we are dealing with." The storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt, with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace, his voice disgustingly raspy. "Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body, overfilled with food, is so huge that I have to look at it with all my eyes at once. On top is her scrawny little head, with a long beak that's always yearning for more food." You feel feverish, and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions. Visions that repeat the words of your Mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch whose only achievement is my creepy, weightless creature. It's your fault I have no wings. A symbol of greatness. A birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark, buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters. The bone spurs on my heels sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful, tiny head and tear it off, along with the shreds of meat. Victory! I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. Elf grimaces with distaste. His voice becomes normal again. Appalling. Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with. Did this knife belong to a demon? The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice as it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the ward stones is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tight it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the ward stone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless. But it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully, howl, and invade your ears. Light. White light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hand. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He is trembling, terror in his voice so unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen. Or rather, might happen? One of the roads to the future. In one of the possible futures, this item will help you to cleanse the ward stone. Or to destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest. Right into the wound that has opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at the last moment of your self-preservation instinct takes over and you manage to keep control of your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me. How? I am not an oracle or a prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen. I don't know why this is happening now. But there is one thing I'm sure of. It's not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes. Great changes. I shared your vision and this night. Tempted. Did you? See what I saw? This has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us. Something we don't yet understand. Is what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not yet set. It used to be a long time ago when the god Erodin guarded Galarian, but not now. Prophecies do not come true, or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it. But the choice has not been made, and our destinies are not set in stone. Eredin. Eredin was the immortal Aslanti, who raised the Star Stone from the bottom of the inner sea, and in so doing founded the city of Absalom, and ascended to godhood. Prophecy told of his return to Galarian, and the beginning of a new age of glory. On the eve of his return, however, his clerics were cut off from his power, and terrible storms racked the world. Now presumed dead, Eredin's demise ushered in the current age of lost omens. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. Your powers are amazing. A few minutes ago, I would have agreed with you, but the thing that has just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. The storyteller's hand runs carefully over the scale that has still not lost its shine. Proud Terendelev, protector of Canavris, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers. Storyteller's hand touches Finian. What a peculiar weapon. I sense intelligence in it. But it seems dented? Ha ha ha! Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers. It tickles. Storyteller fiddles with a fragment of a gold buckle. An old thing, created long ago by divine will, but the power that gave birth to it is lost in the darkness. However, the relic still lives on. Though it has changed, I wonder what secret it is hiding. Would you like to know it? Bring me 5 vials of magic essence, and I will revive this object with it, and with it, its story. Well... So... Regular scale. Storyteller takes a deep breath and smiles. I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over a broad river. The sunset has turned its surface smooth like a mirror, and I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths, but what is it? The scales on my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me, blazing with heat. I am in human form. The red dust of the womb clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher, made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. The sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All these people around me, out of sympathy for them did I choose to leave the mountains. I gave up my flights over rivers. I went to the demon's lair. They don't have a scratch on them, but I am infected with foulness. It's not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. And then I suddenly feel shame. No, these are not my thoughts. The Crusaders carrying me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer, but I hate them and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierce me all at once. But it's all because of them. All because of them. Someone walking beside me touches me, talks to me. But the only thing I hear is, "Your mentor, he will come. He will help." And I lose consciousness. The storyteller takes a deep breath, exiting the vision. Such hatred from Turendelev. Wasn't she on our side? Turendelev has come a long way. Her unit was ambushed by... I can't read all of a sudden. Her unit was ambushed by demons once, and she was infected with foulness. The Turendelev you met in Canabras had gone through many trials and regained her former purity. What happened next? The storyteller puts his hand to his forehead. Sometimes the past can be as vague as the future. We all know how Turendelev's story ended, but the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe if you find something else that used to belong to her, we will know more about her struggle. Show opinion. Hello, Grandpa Elf. The storyteller carefully takes Finian from your hands. Hello, Finian. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts into a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They kept me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light under the door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table, and the bladesmith. Everyone calls him the bladesmith. He placed a device with a jar over me. It feels like I'm being fried. At first, I tried to break free, but I got tired and I screamed. But now I've lost my voice, though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller stops. His voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness again. But when I woke up, the pain was gone, and I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and someone else was lying on the table. A burned corpse covered with a black crust. The master took out a handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. This burned corpse had a symbol on his belt, just like I do, an eye with a star. My favorite belt, a good one. Where would a stranger get one? It must have been someone from my clan, some distant family member. The storyteller stopped. When he speaks again, you hear only a muffled whisper. Those Crusaders. I was glad when I saw them. I thought they'd come to help, but how? How was it that I killed them all? Someone told me to, and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop. Even just for a minute. I just have to understand what's happening to me. I just need to rest. The storyteller shakes his head, slowly coming to his senses. That is Finian's path. Finian's past. What awaits him in the future? The dead have no future, but... The storyteller smiled. I see an endless ocean on a good day and a boat flying over the waves. I am so excited, but I don't know whose vision this is. Is this a soul existing here now, or a soul reborn? Thank you for your story. Storyteller gives Finian back to you. Please, take care of this young lad. He is finally in the right hands. Do not worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonorable deeds. Come on, Grandpa Elf. I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't worry about it, alright? Look after yourself. You have more important things to do. I have to go. Well, poor old Finian doesn't know that he is just a talking weapon. Just a person that was put into a sword. Oh no. Ah. Okay. You know, I will say, let me just say that the seasonal depression, I feel like people's seasonal depression this year has been worse than usual. And I don't know if I have seasonal depression or not. Like, does my depression get worse? Okay. We don't want to do that yet, because we still have more things to do once we assault the Great Garrison. That's basically done. Let's go to the Errand Day house party. But like,
Yet another obstacle.
like, do I feel like my depression gets worse this time of year? Kind of. But also, like, I get depressed any time of the year. So,
I'll cut you wide open.
I don't necessarily know that it is actually worse. But I will say I have noticed that like the people that do like definitely get seasonal depression, like that tend to be like more happy people in the nice times of the year, and then are just like more sad around the winter time. It seems to be affecting them more this year. I don't think that's a coincidence, given the state of the world, everything that's been going on. I've heard many a time that you know, it feels like this year has been like extra long. And it's weird because I've also talked like with people and I've told them, I'm like, it feels like this year has been both one of the longest years I've ever
Did
experienced,
we find trouble? No.
and also a like super
Die!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
but also a like super fast year at the same time. Like it's like it doesn't feel like feels like time is going
Cover me, all right?
both too fast and too slow at the same time. Right? And I've heard that from like a lot of other people I've been talking to as well. And I think that's the unfortunate reality of things as they are. Does it? Oh, look, such darling little creatures. You mean, demons?
Save the last one for me.
And there's our... Okay, there are two important people in this room. Aranka, who is a cleric of Divna and also a bard, who is going to be important to helping us find the other missing Desna priest. And then Daron Arende, the Lord of Zimana,
You won't survive me.
and also a recruitable party member. But as I was saying, it's just like
Let's hear you cry.
lately it's like it kind of just like it's just unfortunate, and it sucks that like everyone is feeling so sad. Like some of it's personal stuff that they're going through, and some of it is seasonal, and some of it's just 'cause, like they're feeling sick and like and it's just like, but I have so many friends that are just like, you know, I don't know, like how on Discord you can set like a little like temporary status for a day that'll pop up next to your profile picture, and they'll just put stuff about like how they're feeling depressed and stuff, and or just like how they're like just things that like make you, like you can tell that they're feeling sad. And don't get me wrong, I've done it too.
Endure this.
Because it's like one of those things where it's like, there will be times when I want to talk to my friends about like how I'm feeling about certain things, but I'm also like, oh, I can see that like they're going through shit and they're sad, so I don't want to, like,
Run them through.
burden them with my stuff. And also, like, sometimes even when I'm, like, I'm feeling good, then I'll see that my friends are, like, feeling sad, and that'll make me feel, sad because I don't want to see my friends upset, you know. Obviously I want, you know, my friends to be happy, and it's like, you know, people aren't happy all the time. That's not how it works. It doesn't function that way. I get that. It's just I just say that for all of it. And then, as a little bonus on top of all of it, I have, like, a bunch of stuff going on, personally, that, like, I really don't want to have to deal with, but it's just, like,
Make every strike count.
stupid formality stuff.
You are today's sacrifice.
And a lot of it, like, deadlines and shit are falling around the holidays, unfortunately, and I'm like, right now I have, like, really low mental energy. I'm feeling physically fatigued because the cold makes my fibromyalgia worse. Like, I'm like, can't we just have can't we just chill and have December off? Can't we just, like, not have to live like normal people for December? And really, that's all I've been like, really wanting for, like, for a year now, in terms of everything, with, Portrait of Galfrey Mendez, ruler of the kingdom and founder of all the Crusades into the world. Okay. Let's go talk about it. Thank you, stranger. The young woman does not look the least bit scared. Cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glittering. For saving us from the demons and for your timely entrance, I swear. I don't know who has enraged me more today, the demons or the oh-so-affable master of this house. But, like, for, like, about a year or so now, a little over a year now, it's just been, I've been in such, like, I hit autistic burnout, and it, like, it feels like my life has been spiraling. And I just wish I could put the world on pause and give me the time I need to let my brain recover and reboot like it needs to. The world don't work that way. They only talk about because, like, it's one of those kinds of things where it's like one of the, you know, it's like the TikTok that I see a lot, like, from autistic TikTok creators and stuff that'll be like, oh, how are these, you know, I can't remember what the exact statistic is, because it's like a very low percentage of people with autism are actually, like, employed full time. like long-term at the same job, like not going job to job, short spurts, or working part-time, or unemployed entirely, or, you know, all these other things. And it's like, how do the small percentage of autistic people do it? And it's like, oh, by masking and, not having energy to do anything else. And I'm like, yeah, and that's what I did until it broke me. And that's what a lot of those autistic people that do manage to have those types of jobs do until it breaks them. And then they like struggle to recover. And it's like, I don't know what the solution is, right? Like, the world's just messy. We have, unfortunately, since about the late 70s, early 80s, just made it more and more difficult for common people to get by while making things better and better for the richest people of us. And that's the truth of the world. That is the truth. But anyway, back to the game. That's just stuff that's been on my mind. It's like, I'm really gonna talk about it with my friends, because all they'd be like is like, yeah, agreed. I am friends with Ilks. He asked me to find you in particular. Yeah, clasps hands together. Ilks is alive, and he made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now when the city is under siege by the demon, and those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. You know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as someone, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. She becomes lost in thought for a moment. I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away, and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Canabras's Market Square. But we've already searched that place thoroughly. And I don't remember specifically what place in Canabra's Market Square. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't busting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed, so I think I'm safe for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to our temple to Ilks. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now. They won't go back a second time. I have to go. Anyway, come look at this thing.
A success worthy of praise.
The intricate patterns on the harp depict the stars and moons and butterflies The hallmarks of the goddess Desna. That makes sense, because the lady that was playing it was a follower of Desna. Now, Dayra.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Dayron Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Aronde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances,
Great name you got
such
there.
a bore.
Wow. Bonafide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
Do it.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick.
Oh yeah, that's
My
right. He
soft
doesn't care.
furnishings
He's
are
like,
yours to
I
do
don't
with as you wish.
give a fuck. You
I'm
could
quite
wipe your
sick
ass
of the
with my
place, truly.
curtains.
I shall either sell it or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place.
I just like to spend money frivolously and be kind of an asshole. That is my character.
Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Panabris lies in ruins. Daskari killed Terendelev. The Wardstone have been captured. You're asking me why demons gatecrashed your
Canobras
party?
in ruins. Daskari. Well, well, well. And I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window.
Yeah, Darren. Shut the f up. Go suck a dick. Go suck your own dick.
It seems as though Daskari's occasion was altogether more of a crush
Evil
than
ASMR
mine,
asshole.
if you will pardon the pun.
Attack. I don't like you. Die. What should I know about you, Count? Apart from the fact that you're highborn and you're
As a child,
very
I
rich.
had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma
poor
haunts
you.
me to this day. I think of it every
Poor
time
baby
I have
couldn't
roast
have a
lamb for
lamb
dinner.
when he was a... This guy. I fucking hate him. I wanna rip his little throat out. With my teeth. With my teeth, clean teeth.
I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
Oh shit. I have to tell Arachne about that. I've been posting not quite every day on TikTok and YouTube. Shorts, but I've been posting more regularly. Stream clips and highlights and stuff. And I had posted one from Nyx's birthday subathon thing that went up to like 2K views in YouTube Shorts algorithm. And then I posted one with Arachne a couple days ago, and it hit 1.7k. I'm not sure when the algorithm grabbed onto it. It gone to like 800 views and then was kind of like plateaued there, but the algorithm has grabbed it again and pushing it to people. It's interesting how the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm works, because it'll show me like when the shorts get more views like that. It'll show me like if people were searching something and they clicked on the short from like something that they had searched off of something they searched, like what their search was, what the search term was, that ended up showing them my short. And the Marvel Rivals one that hit 2k views, the search terms that were used were entirely like entirely unrelated at all to Marvel Rivals, to me, which isn't surprising because, like, I don't know why anyone would be searching me aside like me and or maybe my friends on YouTube, but like it's crazy. It was weird. Like there were some of the search terms that were just like in Korean, and I'm like, how did this happen? Now the Korean terms might have had to do with Marvel Rivals because I can't. But yeah, it was just weird. Don't seem very concerned about the city's
here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the ward stones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon. As if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
Count falls silent and rubs his brow, looking.
The Orendes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
Blah, blah.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite ill. You deserve a better fate than that, no doubt.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Worm.
His daughter either. I don't know if you're biologically his daughter, but you are his daughter somehow, either by adoption or biologically or something. But you guys want to hide it for some reason. We just haven't technically found that out yet.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy. Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
I'm feeling very attacked right now. You can go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of your pet Crusade.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells. I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace.
I don't know,
with
you
my
just said you
presence.
like spending
I
your
shall
time among
accompany you,
demons.
only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his. Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end.
Do we want to add him to my party now or no? I don't think so. He can go back to the Defender's Heart like I told him to. Ability to see you. Pass that shit. We're halfway. Got it. Destroy uncollected. Winged world. The grave world. I really thought there was more to that than just clearing out one room. I'm gonna head back to Market Square. Look for the third dead.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Person.
Go for their hearts!
There's no priest.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
And then you just do to them. What have you done? And once we do that, we'll probably head to more mansion, the Tirabe, the Red. Tower of Estrid. Maybe we'll go to the Tower of Estrid and then Worm Manor and then the Tirabe Residence. And then back to the Defender's Heart to block the attack on the Grey Garrison. Another random encounter? Another random encounter?
Let's prove their logic is
Sacre
lacking.
bleu.
Distract them for me.
You won't survive me.
Just some poor marauders. Dumbasses. Now, like I said, walk its way. Just have to figure out where to go to find person we wanna find. Person we wanna. Hey, you. It's this guy. Pardon me, I saw your shawl. Does this mean you're a friend of Aranka's? What am I saying? Of course it does. So. Wow. Speech is interrupted by the arrival of a new cast of characters. People in the robes of Iomedes Inquisitors appear from all sides, surrounding him. Adept thrall of the Temple of Desna, you are under arrest on suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly. Drag your feet, and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. Your paranoia has poisoned your minds. I've had enough of this. We are following orders and acting for the good of the city. The troublemaker must be arrested.
Retreat already?
No, I shall kill you.
Endure this!
Okay. Potentially, this was a bad decision. But, fuck it, we ball.
I'll cut you wide open.
Time to share your treasures.
Goodness. Oh my goodness, you are... suckaballs. Ah, there we go. That's what I want to see.
Make every strike count.
Ow. Cast mirror image, you. Battle spirit. Just with
Into the fray! This'll leave a bruise.
well, shit. Try and use a blinding ray. I, yeah. I don't know what any of that just Cure light wounds on me, please.
Cover me, all right?
This is not the end.
I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, I know how attack of opportunity. Oh shit.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Oh man.
Magritium Turinos.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
This is not the end.
Distract them from me.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Wait. That was most unfortunate. And I have to take a bit of a detour back to the Defender's Heart earlier than I believed. The young man glances at the bodies of the Inquisitors, then turns around. Oh, there's no why. Doing what is right, we must so often be forced to spill blood where it is not necessary. Can this really be the price of the true path? Sorry it had to end so. Got a little confused about what was right and what wasn't. Stunt the Wardstone, I mean it's my burden to bear. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the gods and reflect on all that has happened. Now we have to go to the Temple of Desna. Must do the do.
Did we step on their toes as well?
So what's attacking us? I don't see anything. Ah! Big bug.
My wounds pile on. This is not the end.
Time to share your treasures.
But big bug.
The Inheritor! Guide my blade!
Gotta find where the Temple of Desna is. 'Cause I kind of forget where the Temple of Desna is. Right over here. Okay. That's where we need to go. But find a way there. Do what you must do to get there. Ilks, Aranka, and Thal sit side by side like sparrows on a tree branch. They seem happy, despite the chaos going on around them. It isn't our rescuer. It's good that you've come sit with us. Pleased to see that you're all fine, but there is still much more work to be done. It's true, Ilk's not. But we can give you a gift before you go. We wouldn't give this to anyone apart from the person who bravely defended us from injustice. Injustice inflicted by the people who should be the pillars of law and order in our city. Our gift, Aranka kept in, is a song. We call it Starward Gaze, and it came to us from the true servants of Desna from her domain in Elysium. This song can gift the soul with renewed vitality. Just listen. He sings the melody. Do I get a gift? Can I swap my song for something else? Say cash or even a snack of some kind? Unschooled in the arts can't possibly appreciate that some songs are worth more than gold. And those who have spent their whole lives eating 3 square meals a day and sleeping on silk sheets still don't realize that sometimes a crust of bread is worth more than gold. Chaotic, sing the song after. Repeat the melody, feeling it coming from somewhere within your heart. And then our mythic path, Azada. When the music stops, Indy finds herself in a place that looks like nothing like the ruins of Navas. It all happens in the space of a blink. She closes her eyes on one world and reopens them on another one entirely. Delicate twilight envelops this new world with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Indy is standing in a shallow stream of murmuring water deep in a forest. There is no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees, and dangling from their branches are vines woven into what look remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant grasses spreads out at the tree's roots, with islands of phosphorescent moss and lichen dotted here and there. Small, smooth stones with a strange mirrored surface are scattered across the stream bed in which Indy is standing. The stones catch the light shining down at him. making them gleam silver and making the ordinary little brook look like a stream of darkness carrying a sprinkling of stars through the night. Jesus Christ. Indy is sure that she has never been to this place before, and yet it all feels so familiar. It is the manifestation not of dreams or fantasies, but of that special way of looking at the world that only children possess. When a glint of light reflected off a piece of glass becomes a fallen star, when an oddly shaped stone can be a remarkable artifact, or when every shadow or twist in a path promises mystery or an incredible adventure. A single glance into the forest stream brings this feeling rushing back. Realizing this, Indy unhurriedly makes her way along the street, taking in surroundings, clambers up the nearest tree to play on a vine swing, or seeks a way to dispel the suspicious energy. No, we're going swinging, bitch. The stream of star stones babbles away below. The swings begin to gently move, arcing up and smoothly down again. What lies behind the thrill that this simple pastime gives mortals? Is it the sensation of weightlessness, the hunger for freedom and flight? Whatever it may be, Indy quickly realizes that she is no longer alone. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the mossy carpet, leaping from branch to branch, or flitting through the air. The creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as though they were deliberately conceived to try the sanity of every taxonomist on the planet. One has the fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back, another has the tail of a dozen different animals, while a third boasts tresses of streaming water, hooves instead of feet, and springy clover growing over its skin. We have a visitor, exclaims one of the strange creatures, and it immediately pushes the swing, helping it pick up speed. Who are you? We are Masatas, the children of freedom, says one of the creatures, carelessly swinging from the branches of a tree. This forest is our home. Today, tomorrow our home could be a lake 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the azure ocean, or a castle of clouds that scatters in the dawn breeze. Where am I? Don't you know where you are? Asked the creature in amazement. There are plains of breathtaking beauty and plains of astonishing wonders, but only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty, from the belief in wonder. That is where you are. In the most peaceful and most wonderful corner of the plain of boundless freedom. Where did I get here? We don't know how you came to be here, says the creature with the dozen tails, smiling. Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime. But here you are, which means that something must have brought you. Something in your soul. Your soul did not harbor even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning, and compassion. You never would have found your way here. Now that you know the answers, tell us, what do you want? I wish I could stay here forever. The creature with the butterfly wings, hitherto remains silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. I smell the burning blood and tears of the place you have come from. It clings to you. Your soul yearns for beauty and freedom. That is good. But the souls meant for Elysium would never turn their back on suffering and strife. You must return to where you came from, for now at least. But would you like to take something from this place, as a memento? The question hangs in the air. The words that Indy utters next are merely words, not a spell, nor a military command. They seem to have equal bearing on destiny and life. Yes, I really want to. The Azadas draw closer. Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take the knowledge that any pebble struck by a moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with clever plans until you have conquered evil within your soul. And your soul cannot be cleansed of evil if it is not free. Take our song. Remember it and it may help you. But only when you are true to that which brought you in the sky. All three Adepts look at you wide-eyed. What just happened? For a second you were surrounded by light and heard music, like the music of Elysium itself. I had a vision. It's in Elysium. Your Honor spoke to me. Lips exchanged looks of astonishment. I swear, it's a sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on me. You helped us and protected Wallflower from the Inquisitors. Even though it wasn't your responsibility, the goddess couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many powerful entities in Elysium besides Desna, but of course there must be a reason for it. I am so glad we met, friend. And not just because I'd be suffering at the Inquisitor's hands right now if we hadn't, but also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We will always remember you, no matter what. Got a wand of the moon. But also that will basically lock in our mythic path. We'll just have to wait until we actually get to the point where it unlocks powers wise. But as far as like as far as something my brain was trying to say. But as far as meeting the requirements to unlock the Azada path, we have completed all we must. Let's go. A step. More places to hit. And then time to prepare garrison, we probably won't do that today. I don't know if we'll finish these other two areas. Depends on how long they are. I know how Worm is a little long.
Head on!
I don't remember how long the tower takes. Oh. Okay. Cool. Hi, Griffin. Person.
What in the name of the Green Mother's going on in this crazy town? Who's in charge here? You there in the armor? Or is it you, Tavern Keeper? Or maybe it's you, old-timer? Oh, you, I remember. You were in that ravaged fortress with all the books. You can explain all this to me.
He's one of the newer companions that you...
Well, Right then. We've had our staring contest. Now, enough joking around. All right. First things first. If by some chance you don't already know, they call me Ulbricht. Ulbricht Olesk. Chief of the Olesk clan. The one that gave Barzog's orcs a drubbing. But never heard of them either. Be damned. Just an illusion or something? One minute I'm laying myself down for a nap in a glade one summer's day, and the next I'm waking up among ruins and flames and monsters running riot. No one knows me. But you see, my name's famous across Sarkoris. Where in the blazes am I? What's going on here?
You're not in Sarkor. We failed our knowledge world check. The library, there was a stone statue of a griffin. It came to life and flew off. Was that you?
The statue, you say? Strange. I don't remember being turned to stone. But if it looked like a griffin, then it must have been me. Take a gander at this. Don't worry, I won't scratch you. I'm no werewolf, I'm a shifter. My powers were granted to me by the sacred griffin Airvar, who protects our clan. I doubt you've got any other griffins flying about this city of yours.
Say you fell asleep in Sarkoris and woke
That's
up
what
here?
I'm saying to you. I was plucked like a fish from a pond and carried off to God's nowhere. Now, let me think. Strange. The memory's in there, but it's all broken up in little pieces. So, I opened my eyes. I saw books and stones around me, and you were there. Then I was flying over the city, and I had wings. And then I was in this here tavern, and then I saw you again. The door would have been smarter, right enough. I was asleep too long, that must be it. My head's all muddled. I remember I was flying over the city looking for something, and when I found it, I just drove straight for it. Roads and roofs be damned. But what was I looking for? Drinks? Warriors? No, that's not it. Or maybe you.
Was I
looking for you? All right, that's enough questions from you. Now answer some of mine. Where am I, and what's going on here?
Joke. You're not on Galarian anymore. This world is called No-Hopia, and every day, just after lunch, we get invaded by demons. Now, this city is called Canavas. I don't know how long you were asleep, but Sarkoris hasn't existed for 100 years.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. Oh, you got me there. You're telling me I fell asleep for 100 years. Sarkoris was swallowed by demons, and Canopus, that little fishing village, is now a fortress city. Oh, go on, pull the other one. Fine. If you don't want to tell me what's going on, don't. We're in a tavern, not in the middle of nowhere. There's plenty of folks around. I'm sure one of these people will tell me what's happening here. There's one thing I do know without asking. You've got a tough fight on your hands. I'm not one to wait on an invitation to a brawl, so if you're making ready to break some demon horns, I'm going with you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a taste of whatever ale they brew here.
Oh, no problem. I don't care. Join me if you want. Yes. Making him charisma. That's fine. Wants to take hold person as spell, whatever. I guess that's okay. Comes already level 4. What do you like, Gavel? Tell me about yourself. Cute. Nice. Weapons, attacks, and natural attacks do full damage to swarms, regardless of the swarm's immunity or weapon damage. Any Damage by swarm, they automatically succeed on receiving. Take you with us. Let's test you out. Bring you for a little test run. Spells. Make sure I prepare. That is something that is nicer about modern D&D. I mean, some of the classes do work more like modern D&D, where it's just like, oh, you have X number of spells you can use per day at different levels, and you can use any of your spells, right? And then you have like your wizards, where it's like, no, you have X number of spell slots of different levels per day, and you have to choose what specific spells you want to put in those specific slots and ready them whenever you take a long rest. And some of the other spell campaigns. And then you just have classes that have magic-like ability. There's one more companion that we can get. Maybe they're at the tower. We've pretty well covered everything. Swap my stats though.
You know, I wonder, are you always such a nightmare, or are you making an exception just for us rabble? You probably act differently around highborn folk.
You're quite mistaken, my scaled friend. I don't treat people like dirt because they are of a lower station than I am. I simply treat people like dirt. All of them.
Because you're kind of a shit head. Now, oh, okay. Now I understand. We're gonna have to rest again, but I understand. Mostly surrounded by a barely visible magical field, provides a +1 deflection bonus to the team and +1 resistance. It's on saves. Creature strikes you with a melee attack is stunned for 1. Light wound. Tangle. Increases by 1 for every 3 caster levels above 3rd. The maximum of +5 being hit by 5 by part in stacks with the target's natural armor bonus, but not with other enhancement bonuses to stat. Armor. A creature without natural armor has an effective natural armor bonus of 0. Got it. Got it. Tackle. Equally natural might. Hi, Bunny. I haven't seen you pop in here in a while. 6 points of piercing damage. You got the tab open. Well, nice to see ya. Nice to see ya around. Dead lesser. Unfortunately, we have to rest again because I didn't do all that.
You became a paladin because some lady didn't wear a helmet one time?
Yeah.
I suppose
Sounds
fine,
good to me.
so you stole her helm, but come on, they're paladins, they're rich. Don't tell me there wasn't a spare helmet lying
My
around
D&D
someplace.
character,
And what
like,
about armors
canonically
and all
became
that?
a paladin because she met
I'm this close to forgetting that paladin code I swore to uphold.
an
Hornhead.
insect man.
Take the hint, will you?
I lead, you follow.
Off to the Tower of Esh. I think. No, not. Why do I have a head? Oh, that's good. A decapitated head. The severing of the neck is unnaturally clean, and likely was performed using magic. You have no idea how these terrifying remains ended up among your belongings. So, there's that. I forgot to sell shit. To purchase. Wouldn't happen to want to buy a decapitated head, would you? Decimation. +1 cold iron bardish. Confirms a critical hit. It deals an additional 1 damage to Constitution. Oh. Okay. What is it? What's one but block? Oh, I don't need it. I don't need it. Logic, what do your friends have on? Use. do we remove from the party? On. Go do that. I like that. The tower. Ow.
Riti!
What? fact, the red-skinned, long-haired tiefling raises his pain-filled eyes to you. A huge, magical brand stands out on his chest, freshly burned into his skin. The flesh around the brand is inflamed and has an unhealthy-looking hue. Hey, stop. Who are you? Crusaders? Well, 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 I was looking to add a couple more Crusader heads to my collection and all. Why just assume we're Crusaders, though? Where'd you get that idea? Huh? I mean, do we look like Crusaders? Oh, right. The tiefling notices the sacred symbol of Biomede gleaming on the paladin's chest and sighs. I suppose that explains it. Certainly don't look like a Crusader. Thank you. We're no Crusaders. We're just ordinary thieves, vagrants, and beggars. His eyes skate over the party and stop on Amelia. Well, and some local princess. You can take her and we'll be on our way. You trying to lie to me, freak? I see the blood of the conquerors of this world flows in your veins, as it does in mine. You could have been on our side, but instead you're bowing and scrapping for the mortal. You can die. Disgusting filth. Get out of here before I kill you all. Nope. We didn't. Well, I guess we're just gonna kill him. Let's see. Now, how come you have to go all the way there to shoot at these people?
Cover me, all right?
Let's hear you cry.
You won't survive me.
My claws. Did. fireball. The fuck do you think you are?
Orama.
Casting a fireball.
Run them through!
He's entangle has a big trail effect.
The light, take you!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Out of my way!
Bang.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Can't hide from me.
I learned this from my grandpa.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome.
Onwards!
Can't hide this from my eyes.
This is my kind of work.
Out the tower. Good. 4. Some person? Helmet. A pale and frightened half-elf looks warily. His face is twisted into a grimace like he just ate something slimy. Hey, who are you? Praise Baphomet. What are you doing here? Did Faxon send you? I heard a noise outside, but I was busy making a list of the relics. Did something happen? Right. I am Telmer, the scribe and senior aide of Lord Xanthir, the Plagued One. And do forgive me, but Faxon has been assigned to this command, has he not? Where is he? What are you doing here? I'm compiling a list of the valuables, Crusader artifacts. Lord Xanthier has ordered that everything of use should be transported from Canabras and saved from the looting and destruction. We chose the museum as the place to collect and sort through the trophies. Unfortunately, the local thieves have proved even quicker off the mark than the demons. They ransacked the museum in the first few hours of the assault. But there are some objects of interest among the exhibits they left behind. The museum custodian has been kind enough to advise me on those, but where is Faxon? Ah, finest thieves in Mendev. Then your back and everything that isn't nailed to the floor will be gone when you turn around. Again, the demons have no chance against them. Masters of a trade we are. There you go, bragging again, dummy. Thieving has never led to anything but harm. Trust me. You fought the way you thieve, now that might be useful. No thanks. Every person has their calling, and this is mine. But imagine if you fought as well as we thieve. Where is the museum custodian? Over in the gallery. I deceived him. I told him I was a crusader. It wasn't difficult. The old geezer is out of his mind. So tell me, where is Faxon? Old wives' tale. Say those who disrespect their elders get put by pay and made into their servants. I thought they made up this nonsense to frighten children, but turns out all of it was true. Attack. No, I have valuable letters from Lord Xanther here. I must destroy them. Oh, and then he tries to swallow them, and get a masticated letter. A lot of crumpled pieces of paper with visible bite marks and traces of saliva. The writing is blurred and indistinct. Most of the words are completely illegible, but some fragments are still intact. Carefully pack up all the relics and valuable magical items and hand them over to the same courier that brought you my potion. Later, I may carve out some time away from my scientific research to sift through the detritus you managed to steal from the Crusaders. I might as well not bother, since your finds will almost certainly be of no use to me, unless I myself find myself in dire need of a paperweight. Still, the mission keeps you occupied and gives me an invaluable opportunity to work without you sticking your nose into my experiments. I once again remind you that it is absolutely essential to store the potions in a safe place, sealed with a corresponding protective room. Should these safety measures not be taken, the demons will drink all your stash dry in no time at all, and your master will order me to spend 3 more days at the cauldron making a new batch. Believe it or not, I have many other important matters to attend to. Should I discover that the potions have mysteriously disappeared, I will not try to look for the culprit. I will punish the person who let it happen, the person who failed to secure them properly. The punishment will be painful, brutal, and utterly inhumane. Remember this. Good luck with conquering whatever you are conquering out there, Xanther Vang. Oh, look, it's the potions.
This is my kind of work.
Plans have changed, sure. Lady Calandra's just a +2 mithril changer.
No, what is that?
That appears to be a trap.
I found something.
What do we have here? I am helpful, am I not? I hope you appreciate this.
Magical composite longbow. Trapping longbow. Whenever +1 can come up with longbow. Arms a critical hit. All enemies in a 10-foot area must pass a reflex saving throw DC 14 or become entangled. Tell them. David, which are you, robber or demon? Hey, take it easy, Gramps. So that's the way it is, eh? You see horns and you think thief or demon? Scaring the old man, dummy. Have you seen your horn? They... how should I put this? Don't exactly inspire trust in a city that's currently overrun. Hey, there are horns, and then there are horns. I'm sorry, I was distracted. What were we talking about? Look to the Defender's Heart. There are good people there. They'll look after. Really? Safe there? But how can I leave the museum? You know what happened here, don't you? They were prowling about. Wanted to rob the museum, but I stopped them. Those ne'er-do-wells came in here, and I gave them what for? A dose of battle magic. They want me back. Don't you worry about me. I may be old, but I can still hold my own. Hey, old man. Okay, crazy old guy.
Move out!
Oh well. Set up camp in the basement of the tower.
I had a messed up childhood, but sometimes I think back on it fondly. Life was so easy.
You were smaller, so it was easier for you to cut purses and get away without being caught. Am I right? Don't tell me. I know I'm right.
That's just bugged.
Head on!
Sensed something in you, as if you are close to me somehow, like we stood shoulder to shoulder once in the face of evil, and that we must do so again. I sense that light dwells within you. Recently, you were threatened by a powerful demon, and dark bloodlust tried to enslave your soul. You opposed it and held fast. Continue to follow the path of light, and other righteous souls will aid you. Okay, good. Farewell. You're a Bade resident. That'll be quick. And then we'll circle around to the Worm Manor. And
They will break against our resolve.
probably save and end it there once you get there. And I need to go and I've been streaming for a little while, so yeah, that'll kind of be fine.
Distract them from me.
clawing time.
No glory without risk!
Okay, I might... play this again Friday night. Friday night for a while. I'm not sure. Kind of depends. Kind of depends on what I'm feeling. If not, Nix and I will be live on Saturday around... I have to talk to her. We might start at 7 p.m. EST, but if not, definitely 8, around 8. And we'll be playing more of Date Everything. Do I have anything else this weekend? Oh, I do. I usually do an art stream. I'll probably do an art stream on Sunday. Either do an art stream or I'll stream this again. One of the two. Once again, depends on how I'm feeling. So we'll probably do something. Next week, I have no idea. I have no idea what. I know Friday night. And next Saturday are... I have plans for, but like, most of the week is so... just messed up with stuff I have going on personally that I don't really want to do, but I have to. And I just don't know if I'm gonna feel like streaming at all at night after doing those things. Emma.
Let me draw the first blood.
It's just...
Time to share your treasures!
There's a lot of stuff going on.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel!
And all...
The spirits demand
like
your
always,
blood.
it all's fallen on the same week. And...
Into the fray!
it's all stuff that I can't really reschedule too much. The only thing I can really reschedule is therapy. Like, part of me wants to. Part of me is like, yeah, let's just cancel that and reschedule it. But the other part of me is like, I know what will happen. I'll do that, and then something will happen. And I'll be like, man, I wish I didn't cancel that therapy. So go through.
Yet another obstacle.
Die!
You won't survive me.
Cover me, alright?
You are today's sacrifice!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
hear you cry!
Endure this!
Run them through! I lead, you follow.
Aha! Did we find trouble? No, they did. Make every strike count.
Out of my way! Die!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Go for their hearts!
Ah,
You've crossed the
succubus.
wrong mongrel.
Let's hear you cry!
Hut!
The light take you!
They don't know how fragile they are.
You won't survive me.
Run them through!
Distract them from me!
I'll cut you wide open!
Endure this!
Out of my way!
The spirits demand your blood!
Into the fray!
Oh, they're sucking.
Clawing time.
Make every strike count.
Die!
Magical rapier. The rapier plus 1, but... Got what came for here. Document.
You'd like Soku. Caravans, traders from all over Galarian. The city's always noisy with people speaking in a dozen different languages.
And you traded it all for some armor and the world wound? You paladin types are an odd bunch, and no mistake.
so close to getting next
Onwards!
level and being able to level our characters up one more time, but everything must end for the day. So, did I get this?
Save the last one for me. You are today's sacrifice! The world in crimson.
This will be the stuff of legend.
No glory without risk!
Yes. Look, that's where. Okay. What do we got? Got one. Send Shin. Looks like they're playing more. Elysion's nice. I like Elysion. They're nice. Their community's nice. But yeah, I already covered when I'm gonna be alive again and all that. So, get out of here. Get, go on, get.